are live. Sunday Night with Those Guys, and Sunday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those Guys. Now, was that in the background? Huh?
Yeah, that was in the background.
All right, I tried. Damn. Anyway, what's up? Happy Sunday to you, man. What's going on?
Same old, same old.
Same old, same
day.
old.
Yeah, it's football Sunday. I guess everybody's watching football.
Of course. Everyone's watching. The alerts that go out. Aerial Landscapes. What's good, man? How are you down there in the South? Hope all is well. You know who that is. That's William Gallen.
Yeah.
Sky Control. Aloha.
What's going on, man?
I was out at the beach today, Herman.
Mm-hmm.
And them dudes are doing their thing. All I can say is the Army Corps of Engineers, they no joke. I asked someone how long it would take them to do this job. Now, they are widening the beach by a couple of 100 feet, 200 or 300 feet, right? Now, on top of widening the beach, they're widening the beach for 7 miles. Now, I was there Wednesday, you know where the track is, where we went fly? There's like little sports field and everything. Well, Wednesday, they were there just starting. Today, and that was on 30th Street around 29th Street. Today, they're already up to 36th Street, and they're working 24/7 around the clock. Hold on, I gotta mute this real quick. There we go. Hold on a second. Okay. Let me bring that back. And just to show you, I just want to share this real quick. They are definitely doing their thing. They're working fast on it. You can see it.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't know if you can see it now. That's the problem. Hold on. I should not have. Oh, there it is. You can see it. All right. They have these things out here. They're refueling them. There's a guy sitting there with a pipe ready to add on, and they have two. They have one up high here, and then they have one up low. What they do is they fill the top area back by the boardwalk first, then they fill in down here where this lower one is in front of us. And all I can say is these dudes are moving down the beach really fast for it to be a 7-mile project. But anyway, what's up? Who's in the chat? What's up, Wayne B? Got the gimbal. Wayne B says he got the gimbal cover. Congratulations, Wayne B. Happy for you. TJ Giggles and Drones.
Got it. Hope you enjoy.
107 Drones. How are you guys? Aerial Landscape, Johnny Drone Flyer, Sky Control in Hawaii. We have a decent crowd coming in, and I assume more will come in and out throughout the
Wayne B, it works so much easier than the original.
You're gonna love that gimbal cover, dude. I have mine right here in my drone. I flew 3 batteries today, and that cover is so much better, Wayne B. We want to see some footage. Michael Blades, how are you, man? Long time no see. Hope all is well. Hope all is well up there in Rhode Island. FYI, it's raining down here now. You guys should be getting it by tomorrow or late night. Yeah, if it makes it up. What happened?
You thinking of head that way?
It's in that direction because the hurricane is still heading north. So the cold front is kind of riding along the side. Thank you very much there, dude.
Unless it passed by them pass right by them. I don't know.
That's a possibility too. Thank you, Aerial Landscape, Sky Control, if I do. I didn't see what was said there. But anyway, happy Sunday to you guys. Welcome to Sunday Nights with Those Guys. We're back here again. It is 5:04 p.m., 9/25/2022.
Well, about that work on the beach, you see how have the sand, they're pushing it back towards the way the boardwalk is? That's what it. See, that's what it lay in the sand.
Yes.
Right now,
First, and then they have another tube lower.
Right, but what I'm saying to you is they have to put it there, be able to widen the beach, because if they just put the sand out there, they'll just wash out.
I had realized that because when I had saw it Wednesday,
the jetty,
yeah,
you'll never when you'll see the beach when they're finished, you won't even notice the difference. You'll just look like the beach is a little longer.
it will. It does today. It actually does.
Because
this is a picture.
In the
Hold
same
on.
place that it was before they extended it.
Yeah. Now, if you can see this picture right here, if you see where this beach is, where this gantry, this pipe carrier is, right here, they use that to carry the pipes. This is the beach. This was the beach normally. They're starting from this jetty here, but to start from here, they started building the sand and pushing this way, because back here the pipe comes up out of the water from 2 miles away. Right here, if I can zoom in a little more, the pipe comes out of the water right here. If you can see that, and then it splits into these
exactly
two.
What it's doing.
Yeah. Now keep in mind, this is coming from 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. They're pumping it up, and as you see here in the whole picture, it is widened. Before, the water only stopped at the jetties here. I mean, the edge of the water. So they're slowly widening it. It's going to be a while. They're doing it for 7 miles. Looks like they won't be taking too much longer. I mean, I spoke to a guy. He says depending on the winter, if we have a good winter, they plan on finishing 7 miles in 6 months. If we have a bad winter, it might go into next summer.
You'd be able to step right off the boardwalk onto the beach.
Yes. Yes. Pretty much. Pretty much.
Until Mother Nature goes. Foolish humans. Push the water a little closer.
But that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're literally laying pipe, 107 says. Literally. But anyway, how's everyone's week been? How's your week been? What you got any plans, anything coming up this week? Because I need to get back up there as much as I can, because if they move that far in 3-4 days, I need to get back up there before that. I want to catch it going down the whole beach, because I want my next time going there, I'm actually going to go up to a height high enough and far enough back so you can see their extension, and then you see how narrow the beach is, and then I want to do a job of it when it's finished. As it's growing, extending, take a photo each time. Let's see how it turns out. But I do have some hyperlapse of them working, so I got in some work today. How about them Jets? I'm convinced if they were to try another sport like hockey or soccer, I think they might be more successful than they are in football. That's all. I'm just saying. No offense to you Jets fans out there.
I don't
Big Matt.
Big Matt, what's good, man? I don't think so.
Hey, you see what Sky Control Productions asks?
What happened?
Says I want to do a live stream. Will you guys be a guest on it? Depending on the day and time is predicated, because Herman's a football coach. I'm when they have games, I'm the end zone cameraman for them. Then there's live streams, flying drones, and the rest of life. So if we can fit in between all of that, I wouldn't have a problem whatsoever. I wouldn't have a problem. Peace and love is God. Thank you so much for the super chat. They're laying pipes crazy. Keep us updated, bro. Dude, Maddie, what's good? I will definitely try to keep you guys posted. If you are friends with me on Facebook, I post stuff on Facebook in a group out in Far Rockaway old friends of Far Rockaway, and then on my personal page, I post some of the stuff I got from today. So I will be keeping in
What do you
people
post?
updated. Huh?
What do you post?
Well, I want to go back and take that picture, like I said, from a high altitude, showing them just starting.
Uh-huh.
Chris Hope, how are you? How are you, Chris Hope?
What's good, Jody?
Hope everyone's doing well. What's good, Maddie? Maddie, the man with the Part 107 official. He's federal now. Not federal, federal. He's a federal drone pilot. They understand you better, Maddie, when you tell them that. You say, I am a Part 107 federal drone pilot.
They're only going to think he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah, right? Joe Black, how are you, man? Hope all is well. Happy Sunday to you guys. But like I said, I will keep you posted on what's happening with this beach widening out where I'm at. So enough of that.
Yeah.
What's good with you, man?
Well, what's good with me? Well, I coach and stuff like that, but tying up some business, and that's about it, really. And trying to get these live streams done. I'm a very busy man lately.
Yeah, I know. It's not doing a live stream tonight. Maddie says he's not doing a live stream tonight. Thank you, Chris Hope. I hope all is well, man, on your end. Maddie's Drone World will not be doing a live stream tonight. Excuse me. Jim's droning. What's good, man?
Chris says that you're looking good.
I was assuming the picture behind me.
Oh.
I've Wedding Big. What's good, man? How are you, sir? Another guy who started up a live stream. Unfortunately, if you don't already know me, I get up 3:30, 4:30, 5:30 in the morning on the regular. So by the time 9 p.m. comes at night, it's like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning for me. It's hard to stay awake.
You one of them guys.
Yeah, early to bed, early to rise. I wake the rooster up. You said that yourself. It is my job, designated job, to wake up the rooster.
That's how old people are. They have nowhere to go.
Old people are. What are you talking about? You can't be mad at me because by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, most people are just having their breakfast. I'm ready for lunch. 11 o'clock, I'm ready for lunch, man. I usually eat breakfast if I can eat before I go out, I usually eat breakfast about 5:30, 6, 6:30. 7 is late for me. Sleeping in for me is sleep until 6 o'clock, dude. Seriously. Serious. It's sleeping in for me. It's sleeping late is till 6 o'clock. By 7 o'clock, as soon as I see it's light out, I can't stay in bed.
Okay, watch this. I have absolutely nothing against getting up early in the morning.
Right.
Because when I had to go to the construction site, I had to be up early in the morning.
Right. I remember you telling me you'd be on a train 4 in the morning.
I have to be at the construction site that early.
The hell with that, huh? The hell with that. After all those years of being to work at 8 o'clock, where most people are trying to get to work, you're already there and working by 8.
Should I used to see
What's up, Corey?
When I was at the trade center in the morning, by the time everybody's coming to work, I'm outside hanging out on my break, going to the store.
On your first break?
Yeah, I used to run into Russell Simmons.
Yeah. Okay.
He lived right across the street.
From the World Trade Center?
Yeah.
Okay. I used to frequent there. I used to mess with a chick that went to BMCC, Borough Manhattan Community College, which wasn't too far north from the Freedom Tower. And I remember at one time when both towers were up
Mhm.
for lunch, hundreds of people would come out of the buildings and used to sit in front of the buildings on those benches and stuff. They had police around and people were smoking. Thank you very much, Chris Hope, for the super chat. Keep on, keeping
Thank
on.
you,
Thank you.
Chris.
We appreciate you and everyone else here. But everyone, you would see people come out, they would pull out their joints, their cigars, whatever they had for lunch, their peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and just sit in the sun between the Freedom Towers and for their hour, and then get back on those high-speed elevators and go back to work. It was a scene there, and every now and then they used to have someone perform there. I did, Jim. It's outside in the sun now. I've been missing. I've been slacking on the chat. I had to pay attention to the chat.
What's outside in the sun?
I don't know, but I'm glad you guys are chatting. We want to see you guys in here laughing and making jokes with each other and asking questions and having fun because it shows you're enjoying yourself here.
Where's your buddy at?
Who's buddy?
John.
John.
Yeah, that's his name, right?
John. Oh, JC. What's up, Mr. J's RC? How are you, bro?
See, yeah,
You
but
JC's flying.
yeah,
JC flying, John. Okay. Lawrence, see Chris last live stream. Who's Chris? Not Chris Hope. You have to tell me who's live stream. I remember having client meetings in the Twin Towers.
okay.
Those were the fastest, the 107 drone says, those were the fastest elevators in my life I've ever been on.
You ought to check out the freight elevator that goes all the way up.
No. First of all, it's too damn big, and there's too much space for it to throw you around inside. I know the freight elevator is incredibly big. That's why I laughed.
The freight elevator over there goes all the way up. The ones that engineering uses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes all
Chris Hope's.
stuff.
I have to check out Chris Hope's last live stream. Okay. I'm going to set that up now. So as a reminder, hold it.
It's like riding the subway.
I didn't know Chris Hope is like riding a subway. Yeah. And vertically.
Yeah.
I didn't know Chris Hope did live streams.
Neither
You mean I got to see his last movie, his last video? Bird Strike and Crash House of Chris Hope. That was the last thing he did 8 hours ago. Is that what you're referring to? Because I have a page opened up and I will definitely check it out. What's up, Fly Zone Drones? How are you guys out in Chicago? Hope all is well.
Stevie did a video too.
Yes, Stevie did put out a video on the Avata, how he likes it. And I had commented on the video saying how I'm starting to see the advantage of having that Avata and doing cinematic, because Stevie was doing some low ground cruising. When I say low ground cruising, he was maybe, from my guesstimate, being an FPV pilot, go to the 1100-minute mark. I got you. I see maybe he was about 3 feet off the ground. And because I mentioned to him, because of those sonic sensors, it probably would cruise along the ground real smooth, provided the ground is level. You understand?
Okay.
It's a good ground hugger so far. Mr. Crowley and his drone, what's good, man? How are you? 1100. He said a minute, 1100. What's happening here? Hold on. I'm trying to see what's going on here. 11 minutes. So that's 11 minutes. 11 something. Hold on.
What was that?
What was what?
That dropped.
Oh shit. Someone's drone is falling. Falling. This is during a live stream? Oh shit. Hold on. I'll pause it for you guys to see.
Aircraft disconnected. No, but what was that dropped at the
in
drone?
in front of. Well,
Yeah,
look at this. You can see this on screen.
yes, I can.
Okay. Um, looking here. Look. Oh, see something fell. Hold it.
Yeah,
Hold
right
it
there.
right here. Something goes. I'm trying to catch it. See if I caught it. But something went past. Was it bird poop?
I don't know.
Did a bird shit on the drone and clog a motor or something?
Egg.
Yeah, hold on, hold on. He says 11 or what? 1100.
Yeah, go.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it was. Just caught it. Hold on. Almost got it. Right about now. Hold it. Looking again, looking any second now. There. Yo, that looked like an egg. I don't know what the hell it was, but anyway, whatever it was, they were trying to shit on you. Look, you're still in the air. Whatever that was fell between your props, and now all of a sudden she's going down.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy. Interesting, but crazy. Did you ever slow down the footage and see what
What that was.
did you ever slow down the footage and see what that was? It was bird shit. See? Yeah, Chris streamed this morning. That was a speck of bird. I knew. I
So the bird shit at you,
wow.
and you didn't
Wow.
move, so it attacked you.
Knocked off a blade. What kind
So,
of shit
so
was
hold on
that?
a
That
second.
knocked the blade or broke
So,
the
so hold on a minute. You got hit by bird shit and
and
got
it
knocked
broke the
out.
blade.
Damn, see, stop feeding these birds bread, man. It's not
You
good.
don't get it. You don't get. This is what you get for feeding the damn birds, people.
Stop
That's
feeding
crazy.
stop feeding them bread that's making their shit like cement.
Then ran into that. So wait a minute. It shit on you and then ran into your drone
Yeah, see,
as
that's
a
what I'm saying.
kamikaze bird.
It had to have run into the drone. Shit wouldn't take him out.
But he said something broke the prop, broke a prop. Oh, I got it, tried to shit on you first, and when that didn't work,
Right.
he just kamikazed your ass and broke a blade.
So what
That's
happened to the bird?
the bird. Well, listen, I hope the bird went down because I'm going to say something really quick. I had a 3DR solo. You know the birds along the beach during mating season, Herman? How they dive bomb the drone? They will come at you. They're in pairs towards the camera and split off like that.
Mm-hmm.
And one bird came from behind, and my drone went like this, and I saw the bird go down in the water, splash. And I came back, and he must have got too close to a prop because it sliced his ass. I had blood all splattered all over my drone, the top of my drone, fly off. That's crazy. I had a bird take a suicide dive at my DJI FPV this week. I thought it was going crazy, loose. The drone is going to lose the drone in the water. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, predatory birds will attack. What kind of bird that was with Chris Hope? If that was a seagull, I don't know what to say. But I do know
Birds usually only
hawks,
attack
falcons, and
natural
eagles are top predatory birds. Also, those ravens that are about this big, or those giant crows, those suckers will play with your drone. But once you go after them, they'll run away. But
the
sorry to hear that.
the only time these birds will really attack you is if you're in their nest. I've flown
Yeah,
around a lot of these hawks and stuff like that, and they just sit there and look.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
not
This
stupid.
is
They
true.
know it's a chunk of plastic.
You're right,
They
Herman,
can
because we
smell that it's not another animal.
You're right. They can tell it's not another animal because they have such good eyesight. Because I maiden voyage my 5-inch freestyle bird that I finished
They
yesterday
see
or
and
the day
smell.
before, and there were 3 baby hawks sitting in a tree, just sitting there watching. They weren't interested. They weren't interested at all.
Now, if they were nesting, or you'd have been in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are aggressive, especially here, especially on the peninsula out here. Hey, Robert Glazer, how are you, man?
Robert,
Maddie, we don't have that problem here. Here, the seagulls literally fly around your drone and take looks at it. I did a TikTok short where I say something, just one of those disable gravity things, and I was able to glide slowly in between the birds. Maybe I can find that short to show you. Out here in New York, the
usually just take
seagulls, they're used to me. Huh?
a lot of times they just take off and run.
Yes, most of the
The
time
noise
they
of the
take off.
motors are loud. They don't like it. They don't know
But
what
predatory birds, right? The quieter they make these drones, the closer the birds are getting. And I noticed that with the Mavic series. But the Phantom 4 Pro is louder. When they started with the Mavic series, pigeons love flying around the Mavic Pro for some reason. You put that bird up, I think they're trying to mate with it or something. Yeah, I see lots of videos. Hold on, let me see if I
birds
could.
are not afraid of the mini.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're not. They're not intimidated whatsoever.
Because I
I
flew the
would
mini
like
up
to
and down
see.
out here, and a lot of the birds that perch on the roofs and stuff like that, they would move.
Mm-hmm.
When I turn around, they would turn around and follow right back behind me.
Wow. I can't find that video now, but I'll post it. I'll make sure to post it. I'm actually in an FPV bird moving really slow, about 2 or 3 miles per hour, and there's just a bunch of seagulls just hovering and gliding on the wind. And I was able to go into the crowd and turn around and look. One got close, but it was a pretty good experience. Sorry to hear that.
Were you able to recover the drone?
Yeah, yeah. Were you able to recover the drone? Wind Jumble FPV, how are you? Hope all is well. I put carbon fiber props on my Air 2S. If a bird comes at you, straight up, sushi. No, he didn't say that. It flies straight up because birds can't. That is very true. But carbon fiber props, I did have on my 3DR Solo, and that may have been what saved me when a bird clipped me from behind. Because those birds are really aggressive. But when he passed me, he just went splash.
The Phantom was carbon.
The Phantom was carving him. What happened?
The Phantom. That's all
Yeah,
I flew with was the carbon fibers.
yeah, yeah. That's true. You put me on the
And those
carbon fiber
composites.
props. Mm-hmm. Those little plastic props that DJI give you guys, get rid of them. They're very fragile. They hit anything, they shatter on impact. Get some carbon fiber props.
Oh boy, yeah.
Seriously. I had my Mavic attacked by bees here in Arizona a while back. Had honey and stingers all over. I could
Don't
believe it.
carbon
I could
fiber.
believe it. But here's something about drones because
Mm-hmm.
let's say you live in a neighborhood, okay, and your nearest neighbor is about a quarter mile away. All
Right.
right. Now you have about 10 acres behind your yard. I
Mm-hmm.
have about 10 acres behind my yard. And then all of a sudden a neighbor moves in between us
Right.
and opens up a motocross and starts doing a motocross company and starts doing motocross races. Now, this has actually happened. There's a legal conflict going on right now. A couple in Massachusetts is threatening criminal harassment charges against their neighbor who used drones to capture video evidence of their property. Now, I need to explain their property is located maybe about 35 miles south of Boston, blah, blah, blah. But this neighbor moved into an area and turned his property, which is his private property, into a motocross deck,
But
a motocross field. Hey, Sal Mac, what's up? A motocross track. I
right.
should get the terminology right. Dirt roads and everything. So the neighbors on both sides and in that immediate area are complaining about mad dust storms.
Mm-hmm.
Motor dirt bikes allowed.
Yeah.
Most of them don't have mufflers.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's another reason they're so loud. And so the neighbors complained and went to town, and the town found out that this was true, and they actually ordered this group this couple or whoever was doing it a cease and desist notice from court. You have to stop. You can't have a dirt track and you're disturbing the neighbors. You're you know, people are riding all over, blah blah blah. To make a long story short, they had shut down for a little while and went back up. They started back up with the motocross, and the neighbors went and got drones and recorded footage of them opening up the motocross track again.
Right.
So now the police go there, they shut everything down. Now the people who have the motocross track are trying to file suit against their neighbors, saying that their neighbors are invading their personal property and their personal how would you say it? How do you say it?
They're what they call it is aerial trespassing.
Yes. Yes. And
Which is the same nonsense that happened with Mr. What was his name? Help me out here with the James. James was his first name, right? The gentleman in Louisiana.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the same incident that happened with him, or similar.
Right. So in other,
just that he wasn't over a neighbor's, was breaking the law. These people that you're saying that had this track, they were operating a business.
Yes. Now here's the catch to it. Dropping support. Thank you, Bob Casey. We appreciate it. Split screen is just as good. We appreciate you, bro. Now here's the thing. The town told them to cease and desist, shut down. This is illegal. You cannot do this. They did shut down for a while. They started back up, and once they saw these drones were reporting them again, they tried to flip the script by saying, you're invading my private property. You can, and that's not true because it's up in the air. These people were not flying over their property. They were obviously, you could stay back from a distance to see a motocross track. Also, they were told, the motocross company was told by the town that it is a business, and if this is not a business district, you need business permits, blah blah blah, to run. Thanks, Corey. To make a long story short, these guys said it's totally donations. We don't ask for any money. Now, how many people do you know open a motocross track and let people ride on it for free? But go ahead, Herman.
Well, the whole donation thing has been used in many different realms to get around many different things, so people think.
Right, but the town told them. The town told them. Go ahead.
Now,
go ahead. I'm gonna get something to drink.
Anyone operating and anything and receiving money for the goods or service is a business.
This is what the town told them. The town said, if you take $1, it is considered a business.
Now, if you have your friends come over and ride for free, that's a different story.
Right. So now to go on, I want you guys' opinion. I'm going to go to the story and show you this picture. Now, this picture is taken off of the internet. Does this look like an advertisement or not? Here we go. Hold on. There it is. Ricardo Training Facility. You got different dirt bikes. You got people in trucks. You got little kids on dirt bikes. Little girl, they're quite comfortable here. Ricardo, how many people Herman says that open a training facility for free?
Now,
so I think
I have one answer for you for this, or actually a couple of answers. Does this look like an advertisement to me? Well, it depends on how you look at it.
Right, but this was on a website that the family had up and running. So if it's not a business, okay. So you're inviting people to come to your training facility for free. Okay, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. To you and I, to almost anybody that would look at this, they would look at this as an advertisement.
Right.
But to the people who encourage what he's doing, this is an invitation to my friends It was easier to put it on the internet than to call everyone up and have them come out. So I put it on the internet so they can all see it.
Yeah, see, furthering a business, that's a business. You know, I was napping, just otherwise engaged. It's okay, Gary. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone here. Well,
You know what I'm saying? Too? It's the same thing as I'm not sleeping, my eyes is just resting.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, it says, hey, I'm going to read this. The local newspaper described the police report as taking the motocross couple's side. The motocross couple's side, the police took,
Right.
saying the drone flights capturing the
Of course
motocross
they did.
videos constituted repeated and targeted criminal harassment from the property owners.
Of
Have
course they did.
suffered emotional stress stemming from these incidents.
Of course they did. You know why? Because here it is, you have perfectly good evidence that I can't use.
Yes.
And
Yes.
now I'm mad because you figured out how to do it and I can't. So now in the furtherance of demonizing drones, let's go ahead and call it trespassing and harassment. And it's crazy because, you know, let's go and do you think you talk about shit like that. And let's look at a state like the state of Missouri. You know, back in March, they have a bill, right? Right? Check this out.
Yeah.
That bans any photographs from a drone of people and property.
That's crazy. And wait, this is in Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Seriously, that could be a problem.
See, so you know that so you know you have to have people step in and stop this kind of nonsense. Like
We do.
like
We
people
do.
are
We
being
do.
photographed and their videos are being taken every day. You know,
By the local.
I've been watching and I watch this over and over, the constant stepping on, you know, the rights of the people in the country. But you know, you talk about not getting political, but this is I tell you all the time, you can't get into these things and not be political because it's a
This is
political
true.
issue.
Well, the council members of the town say, in this case, establishing the property, which is a non-business zoning area, was being used for dirt bike racing and training. It is a non-business zoning area. It's illegal.
No, we got that. We understand that, but
Hey, Rob C.
here's the thing.
Raymond says the zoning laws, building codes of the local community is the issue, and no matter what, the drones capture is just icing on the cake.
Right, but Draymond, what happened is now the police don't know how to do anything about it, and now they're going to blame these people now for harassment. You got to be kidding me. That's not what they're looking. That's not how the police are looking at it. They're looking at it that these people with the drones were harassing the people who were breaking the law.
Now, keep in mind, they say
that's like saying that the people in the neighborhood burn down the crack spot, so you arrest them all for arson.
The property owners responded by demanding they be given the footage that was taken of their property, and they were denied. They called the cops at Bisco, and that's when the cops came. Now, it also goes on to say that the people are trying to say that the drones are harassing them, but you can't even hear the drones over the noise of the motorcycles there. So here it is. Here's word. Ironically, in contrast to the neighbors who took the aerial videos in the affair, the property owners of the motocross joint did not cite noise complaints in denouncing the drone's flight, whose whirring was presumably drowned out by the motocross noise. So you can't get a break. But the police took the motocross family's side.
Right.
That the drones.
These people are harassing them.
Let's go on to the next.
That's crazy, you know. Seriously.
Yes, it is. Once the city issue a stop order, the local police can come in and make an arrest. Well, in the story that the police did, they were issued a cease and desist to shut down their business. They did shut down their business for a few days to a week, and they started it back up. So the neighbors said they're back at it again. Let's get proof to show the police that they're doing something. They were told to shut down, and the police came and took the side of the motocross people. If that's not ass backwards, I don't know what is. But anyway, we had a hurricane this week past, go up the east coast of the United States, and they were able to get some information due to the, now I'm gonna, it's the NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Okay.
Well, you got it all in there.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to remember it again. So just call it NOAA. And they have this device called a Saildrone. Now, they have 7 of these Saildrones. And before I go on with the story, I just want to show you a video, because this will go into the story of where we're going with this. But this drone right here is called a Saildrone. It's unsinkable, so they claim. If it does submerge, it will float at some time and point, but they use these. They have 7 of these stationed all over the Atlantic Ocean. And these particular Saildrones are driven via satellite to certain designation, to certain spots between Africa and the United States. And make a long story short, they had one of these boats, one of these Saildrones south of Puerto Rico before the hurricane hit. And that's how they knew the hurricane was coming in their direction. This thing reads wave heights. It reads wave heights, wind speeds, everything. And it cannot, I tell you, it takes a lot to put one of these Saildrones down. I don't think they've lost one yet. And these things have survived hundreds of miles per hour winds. And make a long, what were you saying?
No, I thought they were interesting because what I like about it is that they can actually send it anywhere.
Yes.
Anywhere.
Hey, Adrian Mateo. Yes, and what do you mean by anywhere? Hurricane Fiona was a Category 4 storm this year. Okay, SD 1078, Saildrone 1078, was in the middle of Hurricane Fiona, which we have footage of. SD-78 was battling 50-foot winds and measuring wind speeds of over 100 miles per hour while collecting critical scientific data. Okay. Inside the storm, SD-78, Saildrone 1078 was at speeds from 9 miles per hour and as high as 39.7 miles per hour, and was actually recording itself surfing down a 55-foot wave, which I think is cool as fuck.
Crazy.
All right, so you got some surfers that, well, I've never seen a surfer do a 55-foot wave.
Surfers don't have,
except in Hawaii.
Surfers don't have the buoyancy that this thing is.
Right, exactly. But there are 7 of these Saildrones in the Atlantic Ocean, like I mentioned, gathering data and stuff like that. And they said before the hurricane actually hit Puerto Rico, they had a Saildrone south of Puerto Rico, which was able to monitor the water coming and the wind speeds and everything. But SD Saildrone 1078 engaged Hurricane Fiona while it was a tropical storm. No, it got hit while it was a tropical storm and sailed into the hurricane, which I think is pretty cool. They have a bunch of these Saildrones all over that they say SD Saildrone 31 stationed just south of Puerto Rico, where Fiona first made landfall. It received recorded waves up to 46 feet and winds up to 70 miles per hour before the hurricane even got there. SD-40, Saildrone 40, recorded wind speeds over 60 miles per hour and 40-foot waves. So they could monitor this whole storm as it went along.
Yeah, it transports the information straight back to their
yes, in real time. Now, here's a video I don't know if I can make it full screen. I'm going to try, but this is a video of Saildrone. That I don't want to open that. This is a video of Saildrone inside the storm at its peak, handling some of those big waves. I'm trying to see if I could blow this up. It's still on share screen. Good. It's blurry. You keep in mind there are 100-mile-per-hour winds, but this thing will not go under. It is designed, if it is completely submerged by a wave, it will float to the top and self-right itself.
Right, because the way it's designed. It's just, hey, listen, if there was anything on it, it wouldn't be able to do it.
Yes, yes. A human would not have survived this. Okay, now it almost looks like it's going to flip over. Nope, right side, it rights itself back up. It's almost laying flat in the water at some times, and maybe might have went underwater a couple of times, but
always turns itself right back up.
That's a badass drone, dude. That's a badass drone. That's all I can say. Hey, Fly Guy Merrill, who else is coming here? Who else is coming?
That's better than the what's that? The Gladys, the Gladius Mini or whatever the hell they call that thing.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Whatever the name of that thing is.
And to keep in mind, I'm gonna go back to this video to show, but just to keep in mind, this thing is, I'm gonna pull up the YouTube video so you can see it better. Oh shit, I cut my camera off, not that. Share, there.
Doing real good over there.
I know, right? I need a control room. But the size of it, this boat here is maybe about a 50-foot boat. Here's another one about 10, 12 foot. This is the actual size of it here. And this thing,
the size of a buoy.
yes, the size of a giant buoy. It is completely autonomous. There's the GPS system there, monitoring wind speeds, direction. It does everything. It monitors everything from water temperature to wind and wave height. They said this damn thing surfed a 55-foot wave. It wasn't it wasn't flipped over. It actually surfed a wave. I'm
one of them.
That's crazy though. I know the average seaman would have been tossing his cookies a long time ago. I'm thinking.
In a regular boat, yeah.
Yeah. In a regular boat, you probably would have split your skull if you wasn't strapped down. You see how that thing was going? I mean, hold on. I got to pull it up again. I'm impressed with man and technology, bro, because
hey Scott, what's up, man?
Let's see if I can replay it. Here it is. This is that little thing. They say it surfed a 55-foot wave. That's almost 5 stories straight down. Hawaii, I know the surfers over there are bad, but I think Saildrone's got you guys beat.
Yeah.
I think Saildrone's got you guys beat. And this is actual footage from the inside Fiona at its worst part. Right here, it almost goes flat in the water and recovers.
Oh yeah, Tammy. I'm waiting to find out what one of these things costs.
Yeah, they haven't said that. Tammy Jean, how are you? I'm listening while cooking, loving this story about the Saildrones. Very interesting. We appreciate you, Tammy, for cooking and listening. Now I feel almost like a part of your home. You're listening to us do the live stream here. We appreciate you and everybody else that's here in the chat and you guys lurking outside. Hi, Bob. Passed a lot of boats going inland. Hey, Scott. What's up, Scott? Hope all you guys are well. Happy Sunday to you. Welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. But if you want to see the video footage of Saildrone, this was actually from a year ago footage when they were launching it doing some tests. But just so you can get an idea of what Saildrone is and about how big it is, et cetera, you can do some more searches on it.
I just thought, like I said before, the interesting thing about it is how they can send these things wherever they need to send them. and monitor them from wherever they are. And these things capture all this information, this footage, and it's sending it back to them in real time.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. In real time.
Latency has
And
been cut down with some of this technology is crazy.
yeah, you're right. Now
You'd
I'm
have
on
to recover something like this and then look at the data.
right. No, all of this is in real time. It's going to being fed to the satellites, and they're getting a real time feed. They're getting real water temperatures. They're getting actual wind speeds, wave heights, all of that. They say inside the storm, Saildrone 1078 was sailing at night. Okay, I did go through that. Hold on. No. That's further down. Oh, I think we did it. Story's done. But they have 7 of them. All right, it says about Saildrone. I'm trying to find something about price. I'm on their website.
You're not going to find a price for it. That's a government
Yeah,
deal. You're not
yeah.
getting one.
Vehicles, hold on. The vehicles. I'm on the vehicles page here. Capable, proven, trusted. And the advantage of this is it runs 24 hours a day.
Hey Jay, what's up, man? Jay Santiago.
What's up,
Captain
Jay
Ray.
Santiago? How are you? Okay,
Blue
Saildrone
Black.
combined wind-powered propulsion technology and solar-powered meteorological and oceanographic sensors to perform autonomous long-range data collection missions in the harshest of environments.
That's why it can stay out there.
Yeah, it was built to be out there and never come. A floating buoy, a buoy that moves.
Because it's powered by solar.
Yeah, yeah. That's interesting, though. Is it me or is the chat just moving kind of slow? But here's a video.
Right.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's on my end. There's their
That
website,
is
Saildrone, if you're interested.
I
Ray
see Gary
Kelly.
over there. Scott. I see Jody.
What's up, Ray
Captain
Kelly?
Ray just popped in a little while ago.
Okay, now someone had sent me a message. Did you see, or they mentioned it last
Hey,
week
yo, Rob, what's up? I didn't even see you in there, Rob.
on the live stream, Herman.
Yeah,
We
what
talk
happened?
about drones, and when we think about drones, we think about that's why I did the Saildrone story, because not only does Saildrone have that particular buoy style drone, but they have an underwater glider too that
Yeah,
skims along the surface of the water, but under the water.
skimming.
Yeah, so at the way Saildrone skims across the top,
It's
this one
skimming right through
stays
the water.
below the water in a mirrored version almost, but in a different design, underwater with fixed wings, and it stays just below the water. So even if the water throws it up in the air, it's going back underwater. But maybe I'll try and find some news about that. But there are so many different types of drones out there that it's going crazy. Are you familiar with
Yeah.
ion an ion propulsion drone? Have you ever
Yes,
heard of it?
I have. Believe it or not, I actually have. And it's not really, it's not something that's ready to go yet. It's
Yeah,
still in a lot of works because the amount of time that they get for flight
yeah.
is still in question. So
Well,
maybe in time.
someone had mentioned that in a story. I think it was Rob Feet on the Ground
Mm-hmm.
last week Sunday or Wednesday during your stream. Did I hear about this ion propulsion drone?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a company called Undefined Technologies, and they are demonstrating the viability of silent drone tech. If you want to know what ion propulsion is, I actually have a video here. Um, it's hard to explain, but the aircraft that they built met a 4.5 minute flight time, demonstrating a higher power delivery system and noise levels under 75 decibels. So not only can this thing get airborne, but it is their goal is to try and reach a time limit of 15 minutes with a level of 70 decibel noise levels of sub 70 decibel noise levels by 2023.
Right. You see, that's what I'm saying to you. that the
So
time,
it's brand new tech.
right, the amount of time that it can fly, because this same company has been working on that upward trajectory for about over a year now, and battling other things like you just mentioned, the battery systems, and you know noise abandonment technology.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are the biggest things that some of the biggest things that they face, as well as the avionics of it. So in time,
In
technology like
time. Now,
this, because
now
it's
I
it's not just it's a lot of things, and like I said, anytime you might be able to, with this, fly longer than some of the technologies we're using today.
well, see, that's the objective. I think that's where they're going right now. Now, this thing has no props, but from what I understand, this is the actual ion propulsion drone here. From
Mhm.
what I understand, there are bars that generate a vibration or something that I don't understand the ion technology, but it is, I'm not going to play the sound. This is their one of their trial versions. It's very bulky. They've only able to stop right here.
Uh-huh.
This these rods in the middle here, they look like they're wet, but it has some material over it. Somehow it emits, and I don't, I can't explain it. I can't freaking explain it. But there are no props here. They
Uh-huh.
somehow manipulate the air and the ions in the air to push
Mhm.
away.
Right. They
And
use these ion boosters to create the thrust.
right. So whatever it's doing to the air, it's pushing the air away. And if these are designed, now keep in mind, this isn't designed to fly here. We're talking space travel because
Hmm.
this is designed to work in environments where there is no air. So if they can get it to work in the air, if you take it in a place like space, you can create your own propulsion, can't you? And if you have a solar power link hooked up to it, you could probably propel yourself through space forever, couldn't you?
Well, I'm one of those people who are like this. The wheel is round and it rolls. I'm not gonna try to reinvent it. I might try to make a better one.
I get it. I
But
get it.
space
This is some next
travel,
level shit.
the way it's being done is quite fine. I mean, if you can make it better, yes. But ion propulsion through space, I don't know if solar panels would help you out there.
Right. Because of the amount of power that you need to produce these negative ions or whatever to create. That's the video right there. Um, you're
No,
right.
I mean, I thought it was interesting, that they're working very hard at this. Like I said, they've been working a little more than a year on being able to, that whole upward thrusting with this whole system, and actually keeping the noise down,
Hmm.
and battery systems that can actually last, long enough.
Well, it like I said, and I agree with you. It is interesting to see where they're going. They call it silent ventus ion booster. It creates an ion cloud, resulting in levels of thrust with 150% increase in comparison to other ion thruster technologies.
Hmm.
So this thing is supposedly getting 150 times more thrust than anything out there. Now, they also agree that it needs to be have an eVTOL capability to take off straight, which makes sense. You don't need to build things with runways when you have eVTOL technology now. Right.
Well,
Hey, Susan Lee.
the
I'm sorry,
reason
Johnny
for
Mac.
pushing the reason for pushing the eVTOL, and it was something that was crazy. I don't. Many of you probably remember the Harriers,
Yeah, Harrier jets.
right? So why did they create something like that? So it
Easy
could take
takeoff. in the
So it
middle of
can take
nowhere.
off in environments where a plane can't.
Yeah, you're right.
So this is why now the eVTOL movement and the whole advanced air mobility they talk about,
Joe Black's got issues. I created
being
something.
able to take off and land in places that a plane can't.
True. I'm back to reading the chat. Joe Black says, I created something. I wouldn't call it an ion cloud, though.
Well,
We
I
all
mean,
can do that.
I mean, honestly, they both, if you can collect it, they both can be used to create energy.
This is true.
I
This
mean,
is true.
methane can be
It is flammable.
can be
Yep.
used to create electricity.
Yes, it can.
You can
Yes, it
collect
can.
enough of it.
And it is highly flammable. It's highly flammable. Anyway, Sunday night. Welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys. We have to pay homage to our sponsors because without them, we would not be.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much. So, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sunday Nights with those guys is sponsored by
Those
guys.
guys.
Thank you. And we'd like to say we appreciate each and every one of you for coming and supporting us. Even the lurkers in the background. Who knows where this this ion propulsion will go? Like I said, they plan on having it work.
You never know. You might be down at Best Buy one day, like 20, 30 years from now. Let me get one of them ion propulsion drones. Yeah. Because because you
the one I can control with my watch.
You know if it works, DJI will put one out.
Yeah, right. Could you imagine? You're
They're
right
going
about
ion
that.
propulsion technology with DJI now.
Propulsion any way you can.
You
might be
able. You might be able at that time. By that time, you might be like somewhere like around the second floor. We're building the house out of DJI products.
Could you imagine? Seriously, that would be crazy. Who knows? Maybe they have an ion propulsion jet backpacks. Adrian Mateo, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm busy with my 1-year-old. This little lady is driving me insane today. It's okay. It's part of being Big Papa.
Adrian!
It's a part of being Big Papa. We appreciate you listening, bro, and being here, as well as everyone else. Let's see who's active. Hold on.
Have fun, Adrian, because around 16,
you
get old.
Yep. Around 16, yeah, that starts happening. You're right about that. Around 16, they change on you. It just Scott
they
says
change around 12.
Actually, they change as soon as they learn to say no. You know, at least mine did. Let me give a shout out to who's you guys in the chat right there, and the rest of you guys out there lurking. Adrian Mateo, Gary, Brant Ariel, Jack Rabbit, Jay Santiago, Jim's Droning, Joe Black, Johnny Mack, Ray Kelly, Steve Drone, Susan Lee, and the rest of you lurkers out there. Mm-hmm. Adrian, remember, she's a little princess. You hear Ray Kelly? That's right. Jim's Droning says mine will be magnetic propulsion. Yeah, then it'll never get off the ground, Jim. So you'll be riding on monorails and stuff like that with the magnets.
That is not going to get off the ground.
In case you didn't know, Chris Hope, yes, we saw. We saw
what happened.
We saw the bird poop hit it, and then the bird just kamikazed himself.
Weird bird.
That bird was high. Was something. I've
must have had some moldy bread.
You know the accuracy and computations you have to make to aim while moving and drop something like shit onto another object?
Birds do it all the time, Lance.
Yeah, without even trying. Without even
They're
trying. What did you
nasty.
say you was washing your car? You just got your car washed, and you were putting the the protective whatever it is you
Yeah,
put
I'm
on.
wiping the car down and the bird shit right on the hood. I'm like, just finished washing the car.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. What can you do? But anyway, we are going to
Where we going to?
skip. We're
Why?
going to skip the Verizon story.
Okay.
We're going to skip the
I
Verizon story and
don't
go.
know why you don't like Verizon.
Well,
You know,
they're union busters.
you think so?
They're union busters. They've always been.
No, they're
You
not.
always see someone in front of one of their
No,
telephone
they're
points
not.
with a giant rat.
They're not union busters.
What would you call
If they were union busters, we wouldn't do all the work in their buildings.
them? Okay, all right. Been waiting on YouTube to process my Landry video for 6 hours. Damn. How long is the video,
And
Johnny
then
Mac?
and then we do all of the what do you call it for them anyway when the new buildings are built.
Yeah.
They don't do any work.
Well, I thought we would. All right,
They
to
just
hell
come
with it.
and do all of the connections. We do all
All
of
right. All right, let's go along with it.
it.
All right, New
No,
York.
you can go on. I mean, you can.
We can go on with the story.
I mean, it's not much of anything, but I'm telling you.
Right. That's why we might as well go on with it.
Okay.
Anyway, Verizon, you guys are familiar with cross country. Can
Well,
you hear me? Can you hear me now?
what
That guy
about
left Verizon and went to another company.
who?
I think he was with T-Mobile now. Can you hear me now, guy?
Yeah, it went to Sprint and then
Yeah, and Sprint was brought out by T-Mobile or some shit.
a merger or whatever you want to
Yeah,
call
it
it.
was a merger. They just erased them. But anyway, Verizon received the international standard for business aircraft operations, the ISBAO,
Yeah.
registration for best practices for its commercial drone program. According to this article,
Mm-hmm.
since the inception in 2017, they have had more than 17,000 flights and have logged in over 4,000 flight hours.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for those of you who don't know Verizon, they have a very large network. They cannot hire a bunch of people to go out and do line inspections, and like everyone else, they're using drones.
Mm-hmm.
This is a version of one of the drones, their Verizon drone. It's very big.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's big. Two men to carry it. Okay, but it is what they're using to do line inspections and a whole series of mapping, 3D mapping,
Yeah,
everything.
they're doing a few things with it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
So it looks weird. The drone does come with its own control van
Yeah.
and a
That
360 camera.
yeah, Lawrence, that piece of shit have over 17,000 flights and it has over 4,000 flight hours. So
Yeah,
Verizon
and
is doing their thing. They're trying to take over the skies and the airways
yeah,
and
yeah. They're
control
trying.
communication. So
I give them
you
an
know,
E for effort.
yeah. I mean, take my hat off to them. They do it more expensively than anyone else, but knock themselves out. Um, I bet. I mean, I don't. I wonder if the service is better than um than the crap that T-Mobile has because since the merger
Hmm.
and everyone has gone over from Sprint to T-Mobile, I find that my phone doesn't work in certain areas. But thanks,
Welcome to T-Mobile. I've been with them for
thank
years.
you. This is why I left their asses 100 years ago.
Welcome to T-Mobile. I've been with them for years.
That crap ass service.
Listen. Can you hear me now? Huh?
No, no, I don't even have a signal.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I get in an elevator with a tiny window. In order to keep signal, I have to put the phone at that tiny window. So as it passes the floor, it reestablishes satellite again. If I get stuck in, in the
Well, you had to
elevator,
see me at camp.
oh,
I was
you
like
didn't
this
have.
to get internet in that one area. Like, okay, I can get. Okay, when I come to this spot, I get all my messages. Okay, read all my messages because I won't see them for another 5 hours. I gotta go up the hill to get
Wow,
messages.
that's a damn shame.
Yeah, it was bad.
That really is. That is a damn shame. But
So when you
more
said
power to Verizon to Verizon. They're doing what they do.
when I
You
told you I would
know?
have did the live stream with you,
Yeah.
I didn't even see it until I got
Hey,
service.
what's up, Tony?
I couldn't even get a message to you to tell you I couldn't be there.
I was wondering what, but did let me know the day before that service up there was shit.
Yeah,
They don't have in many relays
but the last time
towers,
I was there, I had Sprint
and
and
you had
and I
signal,
had
right?
signal up there.
And Scott Jackrabbit FPV says Verizon is the only thing that works there down there where
Mm.
he's at. We have Cellular One, and they're awful.
You know how old
T-Mobile
Cellular
just
One
partnered
is?
with. What did you say? Ray Kelly says T-Mobile just partnered with SpaceX. Uh-oh, they're gonna lose transmissions going to space now.
You know how? Yeah. Uh-oh. That could cause a fire.
Yeah.
And then now
Uh-oh.
T-Mobile is talking this crap now about um home internet
Well,
service.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You see
Like
what Joe Black put?
I want to shake the computer so it fucking gets me some internet.
Joe Black's answering you. He says, up the hill, I have to drive 5.5 miles for my messages.
I
Yeah,
shouldn't have to go up the hill.
I agree. It should not have to. That's a shame.
This is
That,
what
that is a shame.
2022.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
2022, we have flying drones, autonomous sail drones
We
that
have
can
the technology to put a drone
in a
up in the
hurricane.
atmosphere higher than high.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm talking about over 6,000 meters. We can put a drone in the sky.
Yep.
You know, over 6,000 feet, but we can't get a phone call on Earth.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. Now,
Ain't that something,
I,
Lawrence? In all
it
kind of
is.
bad weather, we can put a drone out in the water and up in the sky at altitudes that you can't even imagine for
Mm-hmm.
hours on end.
Right.
But we can't get a phone call on Earth.
Isn't that always the problem? I'm
Yeah.
putting this up to show we have a drone that has broken all records around the world. The
You
only
can't prove
thing
that.
the only thing going higher than this is going into space. But we have a drone map here that shows the elevation from zero altitude
Mhm.
going as high as 6,115 meters, which is 20,062 feet. And the
Mhm.
takeoff altitude, the highest altitude a drone has ever taken off from was 5,300 meters, which is 17,388 feet. So
Sure about
that
that one?
I'm pretty sure their claim to fame is that
About
Fixar
16,404 feet.
what happens 17,384 was
No,
takeoff altitude.
well, you're saying about 5,000 meters. That's about 16,404 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah, but it was I'm sorry, it was 5,300 meters. That I might have said that a little wrong, but the high altitude is mostly linked to the mountainous terrain. But they have a drone that they use called the Fixar 007. I do
Yeah,
have video
the
footage of
James
it.
Bond drone.
Yes, it is a James Bond drone because right now this drone, okay, carried out an aerial photography mission doing some mapping, reaching altitudes of 4,000 meters for the first time
Yeah,
in
that
the
was the
test,
first trip.
which was 13,123 feet up into the mountains. They claim the robust design and everything of this drone. I'm going to show the video of it. And you would think to be able to handle temperatures of minus 20 degrees Celsius to 5 degrees Celsius, most drones would freeze up, or the props would freeze up and
Not
snap
really.
off.
Not necessarily.
True. To not necessarily, but well, they do generate and vibrate and spin at a certain frequency.
Well, ask Gary and them. They see that every day. They don't, you know.
And they fly drones, but this is the Pixar 007 drone. Right now, it's the record holder, and I like the fact you can put this thing in a nano case. I'll go back to that. We go back to that case. Look at the size of that case right there. That's a nice size. It is an eVTOL.
Put
It does have,
somebody in there.
huh?
You could put someone in there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can put a couple of small people in there, but we're not going to get into that because I was called a hype.
You said a couple of people. Now, damn. Wow.
But these are the actual mapping courses that it did do.
Captain Ray, call some of your friends. He's talking about dismemberment.
It takes off vertically like a eVTOL, but it is a fixed wing. And supposedly this thing can handle all temperatures, designed for mapping. And because of this Pixar 007, they were actually the data they had was outdated and wrong. They were actually able to update their data. And the only thing cool that I didn't like about it, check out this landing. Look at this landing. Coming down. Oops. Belly flop.
That's than the shit you be doing.
Huh? I do that in FPV, right? I don't come down that hard, man. Stop it. But here's the video.
It didn't hop.
Well, yeah. Sometimes I bounce on the ground.
No,
hey, late pilot, what's good, man?
You know what? Everybody thinks about these things flying and what it's necessary, what it's the use case for it. No one thinks about the landing of these things.
You know what? True. I don't know how to shovel snow.
As soon as you put feet on it, everybody says, "Oh, the legs are in the way."
In the way of the camera. You're right.
Now, if I put legs that move out of the way, now I got to create a system that moves them out of the way.
Which
now
adds more weight.
Drone. I'm making a system to move the legs out of the way.
Which adds more weight to the cargo. Also.
Yeah.
So
and this thing can, fly for a good period of time at altitudes that's very high.
17,388 feet. 19,685 feet, and we're talking above sea level. We're talking above sea level. This is an actual map. This is one of the mapping. I'm just opening a new tab. This is actually one of the elevations that it did. One of the lower elevations, I think, of about 13 or 14,000 feet. This photo right here, and it shows the different spots where it stopped and took photos, and it actually mapped the area. Why can't I get this? Well, it's not going to, web page, it's not going to get any bigger. Yeah, of course. But it's interesting. Now they have drones that can go into the mountains. They have drones that go underwater. They have drones that can sail on top of the water, but you can't get a damn phone call.
Well, we knew this technology was possible because remember we talked.
Hey, ray of sunshine.
We talked about the Nuva. What was that? The Nuva, was it the 3,000 or 300, whatever that was that they had that supposedly was a cargo drone that supposedly was to be able to take things to the top of mountains.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes.
It can carry full skids. of cargo, they said, to the top of a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And
So now,
Honeywell worked on the system for that.
yes. And this is a photo here of the highest elevation, which I think was 17 or 18,000 feet from
Mhm.
zero. Zero meaning, now keep in mind, they were still 14,000 feet in the air, 13, 14,000 feet on the mountain itself. So they went another 17, 18,000 feet, which goes up to 0.4 here
Mhm.
in altitude. This actually shows its altitude trek starting
Right.
from zero here. It took off. It didn't land in the same spot. And I don't know about that, but it took off here, went to
Mhm.
0.2, 3, went to its highest point, dropped down, and then made a steep drop down to land in another area right there. So
Mhm.
and it did this particular trajectory while mapping the side of the mountain.
Okay.
Moved to
Yeah.
Newfoundland.
What
Hurricane
happened?
today. That Gary's trying to sell Canada. Jackrabbit, because Jackrabbit was saying he doesn't know how to shovel. Says
Mhm.
Jackrabbit moved to Newfoundland. Hurricane today. Snow in a couple of months.
You don't want to move
Did
there,
he mention his summers up there only last a month too?
if that.
Yeah, yeah. This is
Get
true.
2 weeks and you back in boots.
It
Love it or
says
leave.
that 3D that a total of 19.8 kilometers or 12 and a half miles was performed to do sorry. The 19.8 kilometer 12.5 mile mission was performed with an ascent to an altitude of 6,115 meters or 20,062 feet. That was its highest mission and longest, and was actually able to travel a speed of 72 kilometers a mile, which is converted to 45 miles per hour at that height and altitude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. With winds and everything. You know, it's very windy upon up in the mountains. So I'm trying to find another video for Fixar. Find XAR 007 drone. Because it's Fixar 007. Hey,
Mhm.
let's see. Let's go to their site, Fixar Global, and
Well,
see it.
there may not be too many videos that you can see of it, unless it's just videos of it, but it's captured.
Okay, I have.
To see it at
Uh,
work, that means it would have to have another one watch it.
yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true because they only showed the takeoff, and then it went on to show. They just showed telemetry because nothing else was up there with it. But this is it right here. Um, Designed for vertical takeoff. Supposed to be steady. It can hover. Oh, wait. Did you see what that camera was? That's the body design. Okay, hold on. Right here, when it swings around, stop. There's the camera.
Mhm.
Right here, which would explain why it kind of hangs like a bat almost. All right, interesting. It's a fixed wing. This, of course, was one of their intro videos from about 2 years ago. So this drone has been out for a while.
Mhm.
Vertical takeoff, eVTOL capabilities. Of course, they have a racing drone following them here in this video, but I guess this was during the testing phase. It looks kind of funky. Oh, see, now I didn't see this. Hold on. I didn't see this, that these motors were inverted. You have the top motors front and the back are inverted, I guess, for pusher props once it's in fixed wing mode.
Mhm.
But looks like it flies like an FPV bird. To be honest, a fixed wing. Oh, this is the stuff we show. There's a big edge. Yeah, that's a decent box. At least they put wheels on the box. Looks like a nano case too.
Speed wheels on the box.
Yeah, you see them. but you just slide the wings on and attach the data cables or ribbons, and there's your bird right there. Quite
See,
simplistic, but still,
there's your flying car.
yeah, yeah. If you guys want to see that video, this was from 2020. Yeah, 2 years ago.
Well, yeah, because that's the 009 right there.
Jim's droning says it looks underpowered. I'd like, yeah, well, believe it or not, they said at the altitudes of 20,000, 17,000, 14,000 feet, it was able to hit speeds of up to 45 miles per hour or 72 kilometers. 45 miles per hour isn't too slow.
So it sounds like it's doing a height.
Yeah. Yeah. And at 42, 45 miles per hour isn't exactly the slowest. Now, here's the specs on it. Let's pull that up here so we can share a screen so you guys can. The specs, flight mission overview, aircraft model Fixar 007. It is aircraft type fixed wing, duration flight time 18 minutes. Mission maximum altitude that it went to was 20,062 feet or 6,115 meters. Mission takeoff altitude was 5,300 meters or 17,388 feet, which is zero takeoff point where they took off from. Distance covered 12.5 miles or 19.8 kilometers. Mission average flight speed, the average flight speed. So I'm guessing it was a little faster and a little slower.
Okay, so this 72, is what
yeah.
So for what I'm looking at, right, 18 minutes, the amount of distance that it covered, they might need to do a little bit more research with this thing because they're speeding, and I don't think they're catching much footage because
yeah, and payload is
fly this thing.
This thing is the weight of a Phantom 4 Pro, 1.32 pounds.
Right, but Lawrence, they have to be flying this thing.
Yeah,
at ground.
Yes, that's where the fixed wing part comes in. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure it costs. Ground.
You know what I'm saying? In that short space of time.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. Must have some power to fly at that density. Also, out exactly, not so much density, density because there's less air.
Right.
The motors did look small, Jim, but I'm
saying underpowered, but this thing is moving.
It's moving, yeah. 18 minutes of
at high altitudes in that dense air. So, cover that amount of miles.
In extreme weather with winds. Keep in mind, it's always windy around mountains. And the higher up you go, the windier it gets. So for it to maintain an average speed of 45, that means it would have had to have hit speeds of about 50 to 52 miles per hour and as slow as about 36 miles per hour to kind of average that out to 45, give or take. That's
crazy because like
it is.
They mapped that area moving with the drone.
It mapped moving at that speed, those speeds.
See the models that it did.
Yeah. I would like to see the kind of work also. But according to the story, they had a 3D rendering from satellite. Mm-hmm. And they actually said that their information was wrong. Yes, the wing does help get up that extra speed. They said the information was wrong, and they used the drone to remap parts of that area.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, hey, I guess it works. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, Lawrence? It's about that time, huh?
Get out of here. Oh, FYI,
6:30.
Maddie's Drone World will not be going live tonight. I don't know who's going on afterwards, but we wanted to say that, well, we appreciate you guys.
Yes.
And everything. Yes. Oh, I found it. Hold on. Give me a second. Computer's acting funky every now and then.
I didn't see a buddy come in tonight. JC.
Yeah, that was strange. Let me pause this. Oh, this is raw footage, Herman, that I shot today, so you can see the difference in the beach before we get out of here.
I've seen the difference in the beach.
Right here, all of this they've widened a little, but now they're pushing all of this out here out.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I know. They're just starting because now they're going to completely cover this jetty right here. This short jetty coming up, they've already started breaking it up and removing the rocks. But I look forward to continuing this project. There's those of you who don't know, these guys are actually widening the beach because of beach erosion, and they're going 7 miles down the beach to do it. So I'm going to try and have some footage of it. We will see. But anyway, like you said, it's that time, Herman.
Yeah, man.
It's time to get out of here. Army Corps of Engineers doing their thing. I'll try and keep you guys abreast every week or so of their progress. 14-6 Packers, third quarter. Ray Kelly, thank you so much. I'm about to get off and watch some football now. We'd like to say huh?
The only one problem with that, wait till you see some of the other stuff that comes up.
And the beach?
Yeah, because it probably gets all grinded up inside the thing.
Oh, I'm hoping.
They shoot it out onto the beach. So
I'm hoping so. Thank you, Tammy Jean. We want to let you guys know. Don't forget to check out Tammy Jean after the Ken Heron show when it comes on. What time she comes on? I think 10.
Yeah, she comes on after Ken. Ken Heron after Ken Heron show on Thursday nights.
Yes, but we appreciate you all.
And when Ken's not on, she comes on at 8:00.
Okay, cool.
At least she did this. I saw this.
Yes. Okay. Well, we appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Be safe. Fly safer. Get that flight footage. Winter's coming.
Yeah, so you can show pictures of the sun and summer during the winter.
Yeah. Yes. Susan Lee, have a wonderful night. God bless as well. And Drone Bomb. Paulie says, Ken who?
and all plans to be back here again on Wednesday night on my channel with some new and interesting stories.
Yes, everyone. Steven Drones, everyone out there. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. We'll see you Wednesday. And Sunday nights.
Thank you.
Sunday nights with those guys is sponsored by
those guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks.